Hey everybody, it's Savannah Taylor, the Gardenista, your kitchen garden coach. And I don't know about y'all, but strawberries do not last very long in my house, which is why strawberries is something that I absolutely grow in my garden. And if you have a small space, you are in the right place because you absolutely can grow strawberries in a small space. I have one of my smaller grow bags here. This is the 7-gallon grow bag. And as you can see, I have some strawberries that are already starting. There's no fruit on this one, but over in my 20-gallon pot, I do have some strawberries that are just getting ready to come in. I came out earlier this morning and I saw them starting to come in and I was like, oh, I got to come out here and share this with y'all. I don't have, they're not, finished yet, but I was so excited. I was like, let me shoot a video. But as they come in, absolutely, you guys know I am not going to leave you hanging. I will absolutely follow up, but I wanted to give you guys some tips now because see, now is the time to get them in the soil. I didn't want to wait till they were fully grown and then say, hey, start planting. No, now is the time to start the process. So if you want to try your hand at growing strawberries this summer, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks and things that, to do so that you'll be successful. Now, transparent moment. I used to try and grow strawberries from seed and I was unsuccessful each time. What I do is I buy what they call bare roots. I buy the crowns and you can actually buy these on Amazon. They're available in my Amazon store. Yeah. So for those of you who maybe have had a similar experience where, you went on YouTube and you tried to, find out how to start them from seed and, it's like, this ain't working. That was me. So yes, I did. I do start these from what they call bare roots. They are the crowns. Now, when you get them, let me just tell you this, they're going to look dead, but they're not dead. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to take those and you're going to soak them in some water with a little bit of fertilizer for a few hours before you plant them. Now, I will have a follow-up video because I'm going to order, I did order some more so that I can show you guys and you're going to be really excited in what I use to plant them in, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Just stay tuned. Okay. So yes, you can get the bare roots, which will already give you a head start on the strawberries, and then you should see something, before the summer is out. Okay. So this one doesn't have any strawberries on it yet. It had some what you call runners, and strawberries put out these little runners, which then plant themselves, and they're supposed to make another crown, another strawberry. However, this is a young plant. And we want all of the energy to go towards fruiting first. And then after it establishes itself this season, then, we can let the runners go and make more strawberry plants. So, that's basically, again, I will revisit this because I know this is a lot of information. But again, I just want to get you guys started if you want to grow strawberries because now is the time. Strawberries do not grow in snow. Okay. So if you try to wait until the summer's over and fall or whatever, you're going to be late. Okay. So, again, this one doesn't have any fruit. That one does. But this one should be showing some fruit pretty soon. Okay. Now, something that you may not know, the strawberries that you grow at home in your garden are going to be way sweeter than the strawberries that you get in the store. And I'll tell you why. When they pick strawberries at the strawberries that you buy at the grocery store, they've been picked before they're actually ripe. Okay. They've been picked early. So you're not going to get the same sweetness that you're going to get when you pick them fresh at home, because at home, of course, you wait till they're fully ripened, you pick them and they are just absolutely out of this world. I mean, it tastes like a strawberry. Oh, just no sugar needed. You don't have to add nothing. They are, we demolish them things. Okay. So that's just a little FYI and encouragement to try your hand at growing strawberries. Because again, like I said, you can grow them in a very small space. Okay. Now, the other thing that you want to remember about strawberries is that they are heavy feeders. What do I mean by that? Usually when you guys hear me talk about fertilizing, I talk about not over fertilizing because you run the risk of getting some big, beautiful leaves, but no fruit. Well, strawberries are an exception to that. Strawberries are heavy feeders. So if you all saw my video on how to make a compost tea, that's what I use. Compost tea, for those of you who might be like, I don't speak garden. What in the world is she talking about? Okay, just really quickly, and I'll put a link down below. I save my kitchen scraps and grass clippings. I put them in a composter. It turns back into soil. I take a clump of that. I put it in my watering can, and it makes what's called a compost tea. Okay, so that is one of the best organic fertilizers that you can use in your garden, because they're getting what they're already made of. No synthetics, no nothing, just organic, awesome fertilizer. So that's what I use each watering. I take a little bit of clump of that, and I use every week on strawberries because they're such heavy feeders. Okay. So again, they are an exception to the fertilizing rule. Now, if you do have some fertilizer that you've bought, follow the directions on that. And just remember, you want to use a little bit each time every week, okay, when you water your strawberries. All right. So that's that. The last thing I want to remind you all, when you start your strawberries, if you are planting other things, I tend to put my strawberries over by themselves. I don't like to grow my strawberries near anything, especially do not grow them near tomatoes or potatoes. The reason why is because those two plants are divas, and they tend to catch a certain type of disease that makes strawberry plants very vulnerable. Okay. So strawberries is one of those things that I tend to let them have their own space. I don't grow them with nothing else, not even another fruit. Okay. Simply because I don't want to run the risk. Now, strawberries also are very, how do you want to say, they can be invasive, similar to mint. If anybody familiar with mint, you want to be very selective about where you plant mint, because honey, mint will take over and take over again. Okay. They will choke out anything else. So I'm very selective about where I plant strawberries, because like I said, once those runners start coming and then they embed themselves in the soil and start another crown and make more strawberries, and then they get runners, and it's just on and on and on. It can take over. So they can be a little invasive. So be very selective. But that's another great thing about strawberries. Once you get those runners and you know how to propagate them strawberries, you can keep going on. There are people who have been growing strawberries for years from runners that started from a crown years ago. I mean, that's just how wonderful growing this particular fruit is. So again, that's pretty much it. I just got excited, you guys. I wanted to share my strawberries that are starting to come in, and I wanted to let you guys know that now is the time to get those crowns, get your bare roots. And when you get them, you can, like I said, soak them in some water for a few hours before you plant them. And I will follow up very soon again with some other little tips and tricks, but that's enough for now. Okay, that's enough for now. But again, if you guys have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. I guarantee you there are no dumb questions. The same question that you have is just like in school, somebody else has it. So and I'm usually really good about getting back to you guys. But other than that, I will see you again next time when we grow something else. All right, bye.